mean, ultimately, this is why we need to do Everglades restoration. People think it's an environmental issue. It really is an economic one, right? When they drained the Everglades to build, they didn't know. They could never have known that when you drain it, in order to create, you were going to create these disruptions. So basically, how the Everglades works is the headwaters are by Kissimmee. The water flows into Lake Okeechobee, and then from there, it's just basically like a river of grass all the way down into Florida Bay. They started cutting that off. They put highways across it, canals to divert the water. And so what happens is all this water north of Lake Okeechobee is full of nutrients, fertilizer, stuff, people where people are, puts it in there. It gets there, and then that water's going out in these canals into the east and west coast, into places where there's expensive homes, a lot of tourism, a lot of property value. And so that's where you get algae blooms and things of that nature. The nutrients meet the heat. Lake Okeechobee's turned into a reservoir. It was never designed to be a reservoir. So that's why Everglades restoration is so important. It's not just an environmental thing. Everglades restoration is a economic measure. If we don't get water quality under control, we are going to see the degradation of property values on the east and west coast of Florida, and we're going to see impacts to agriculture in western Palm Beach County. That depends on a consistent flow of water on a regular basis.
So that plan is should almost like should be an
well, so these are engineering plans, right?
Right.
And the Army Corps of Engineers are engineers, and they sit there and they make decisions on the basis of engineering, which I think is important, but without any sort of regard for its economic or human impact that it's having. And that's a big, big problem. And the long-term solution to it is Everglades restoration. The short-term solution is to find some level of balance between managing water from an engineering standpoint and managing it from an economic and human standpoint.